Hey guys, welcome to Draw With Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook. Today we'll be drawing this cute little butterfly. So to start off our butterfly today, we're just going to draw the one full eye that we'll be able to see. Oh, and my marker is running out. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to draw out a large oval here. And then we're going to draw in the first highlight, so basically the indicator of which direction our butterfly is looking, a big curve across the top, and then a small heart just below that. And then I'm just going to shade in around these highlights for the rest of the eye. Now we can go back and trace over the top of the eye and extend out two little curves towards the right for some eyelashes. Then coming below the eye, I'm just going to draw in a cheek by drawing a curve all the way underneath. To finish it off, I'm going to add a little eyebrow up here, just sort of arching up towards the top left corner. And then we'll go ahead and we'll start drawing in the head. So starting just above that eyebrow, I'm going to bring a curve down and around the right side of the eye. Then we're going to start to draw a curve all the way underneath the cheek that's coming a good distance away from the eye to the left. So what you're going to end up with is something like, it kind of reminds me of a little gumdrop. So not exactly a triangle, but a little narrower at the top than at the bottom. Now we're going to draw in her second eye. So find the bottom of your first eye, and we want this one to be as close as possible to the same size, and we're only drawing half of an oval. Then we're going to go ahead and add in those same highlights, so a big curve across the top and a small heart, and it might not be the whole thing, but it's going to be close to the edge of the face, and then go ahead and shade in around these spaces. I'm going to add in the cheek, this time just starting here on the inside edge and coming to the outline of her head. And we'll draw a little smile right in between the eyes, and from the right here I'm just going to make a big U and a little curve across just to create the little tongue and open mouth. And of course we can't forget our antennae, so I'm going to draw these off the top of the head, sort of curving to the left and just topping them with little circles. Before we draw in the wings, I'm just going to give myself a little guideline, so basically the bottom of her body. So we'll start from underneath the head here, about in line with the inside edge of her cheek. Then from there, I'm just going to extend a line towards that bottom right corner of my page. So since we're looking at her from profile, we're not going to see too much of her body, so we'll start with this top wing. So coming towards the head, we're going to start by drawing out the bottom edge of the wing. So it's just a little shallow curve that almost touches the bottom of her body line. And then I'm going to start to bring it up and out through the back of the head, up towards the top of my paper. Once you've created a nice big curve, you can start to round it across the top and bring it back down. So now we're working our way back to the body. Once you have a little curve at the top, I'm going to just extend it out a little bit so that it becomes a little bit wider. And then I'm going to round that all the way back to meet the bottom of this wing. And then I'm going to start in on her bottom wing here. So I'm going to trace along the bottom edge of this top wing, and then I'm just going to start to pull out as I come closer to the top of that, creating that little V shape. Then I'm going to round it or curve it out so it's like a really funny looking S shape towards the right side of my page. Create a little rounded point here at the end, and then we'll start to bring it back in towards the body. So it's kind of meeting back at that center line. And I would say it almost looks like you were drawing a leaf on a flower. And now I'm just going to close off this body here by just rounding at the bottom a little bit, making it seem a little bit pointy, and we're just going to bring it back up to touch the bottom wing. So let's go ahead and draw the wings on the other side. So I'm going to come to this space in between our top and bottom wing, and I'm going to start with the second bottom wing here, just bringing out that curve, and you're going to mirror those same lines, and you're going to stop almost at the same spot, and you're just going to bring it back to touch the front wing here. Then we'll come around to the top, and this time it's going to be a slightly different angle, but you're going to make the same basic lines. So a little curve here at the top, bring it in, and then just make it a little bit wider. The fun part's always decorating our wings, so I'm going to make some big teardrop shaped decorations in here, and I'm going to follow along the perimeter or the outline here of my wings, make one long teardrop shape, and then I think I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 little teardrop shapes up towards the top, however many fit, and a little dot. And then let's maybe make another long teardrop here along the bottom, and looks a little bit like I want to add something in the middle. Maybe let's add a little dot here, maybe a few getting smaller. How about we add in some big teardrop shapes just coming into the center of this wing, just to give it some detail. And of course you can do whatever you like for patterning, just have fun with it. And I'm just going to do the same similar shapes here on my bottom wing here on this side of her body. So I will just draw a nice big teardrop shape here, maybe add in those 2 little ones kind of coming towards the tip of that wing, and then just some little dots. Maybe let's do some little string of dots here, just getting a little bit smaller as we move along the edge. So I'm going to leave the back wings blank because that is the opposite side of them, and let's just draw in some little flowers. I'm just going to make some basic daisies, so starting with a little circle here, I'm just going to draw out some big teardrop shapes coming back to the center, and I'm just going to make them all around this little circle here, fitting in as many as you can. It just depends on how big they are. There you go, one more. And then let's just add in some little curlicue vines here. So coming in between the petals, I'm just going to make some little curls, just maybe a couple of them around the flower. And let's do one more up here in the corner. Same thing, just making my nice big petals all the way around that little center circle. And then when I'm done these petals, guys, I'm just going to add in some little curly vines, and that is basically our cute little butterfly. So thank you so much for drawing with me today. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, for another Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook, keep making art and keep smiling.